Hello guys, I want to make this video to briefly talk about troops. Mm, as we have some new players, um, we want them to go right with the recruitment. So, as I already explained in a previous video, make sure you change your officers before recruiting, because as you can see, these two, they have a bonus for recruitment speed. Now, um, you want to spend most of your time just recruiting your best snipers, so always the top level you can recruit, as well, this is updating, as well as your best possible cannons. So this is the very basic thing to do 24 hours a day. Now, always make sure both your camps and factories are at the same level of your city hall. If they're not, just work on upgrade them, and don't leave behind the workshop. So we already said that these EMP cannons, they are just great because of their stats. They have huge attack, but also they die really easily. So why working on them? Don't look at them as a waste of resources, because they are great in events like Elite Wars or Caresland or Frenzy, because even if they die, they don't really die, so they go to the hospital or the event hospital, so you can just use them and they deal huge damage, so they are very great. At some point, you won't be able to upgrade your city hall if your workshop is not upgraded as well, so keep it up with it, because especially when you get to C30, they are massive. You're going to use them a lot, so just keep going. About now, another reason why we want to keep up recruiting them is because they give you a good amount of battle power, so that is good for many things. So another thing, if you want to check what troops you have in general, you go to your city hall, and then under my info you can see every single troop you have. But if you want to know what troops you have home, you go here and you press Fleet Army, and you can see this is what you have in home right now. Here in the garage, I can't show you now because I'm upgrading the garage, you can see the same thing. So basically, what you want to do is, let's find a monster and let's try and kill it. So ideally, you want to have only the top level available of each type. So these top four ones, and these top 1, 2, 3, and 4, with a few exceptions. First of all, you want to have some troops to send gathering, and infantry 3, they are great for gathering, so you can build a small army of that just to send gathering, so that, like now I have let's kill these monsters so you can see it. I have 5 fleets available, 4 are gathering, and with these 4 you want to have only troops that you don't use for fighting. And then you have an extra one, the 5th one, that you only use for killing monsters and attacking cities and scouting maybe. So you want to be always ready to fight with 1 fleet, and always gathering with the other 4 fleets, especially at this level when gathering is very important because only my main city can gather mineral, while my farms, you can see here, they can only do steel at the moment. So that's very necessary. Let's see what the other exception is. Okay, once they get home. Zombies. Here. You can see I'm now able to recruit zombies level 7, but I still have level 5 and 6. Upgrading zombies takes a huge amount of time, and I want to talk about upgrading troops next. But let me say that even if I can only use 4,800 zombies now, these ones that soon won't be used anymore, they will be good for Medici, because there you can use a huge amount of zombies and they are the killers. So you don't want to waste them in any other way. You can upgrade them if you can, but if we go talking about upgrading, that's the massive thing to talk about. And I left it empty to show you that when you go to troop promotion, you can see that at the moment, I just got able to go 1 level up with these troops, but I'm now only focusing on upgrading snipers. Why is that? Because at my level, C22, you can see that at C22, the strongest long-range troop is now snipers. Once you get to 16, you get your sniper 6, and then when you get to 19, you get your cannon 7. So at the 19, cannons become your primary army. They are great, and then at 22, snipers get stronger than cannons. And then again at 26, you get uranium cannons, and they are very, very, very powerful, and they are your best army seen like forever. I won't go now into details about why cannons are better than snipers. Basically, it's because their attack range is wider, so they kill more troops, while snipers only focus on 1 troop at a time. So if you want to end the battle as fast as possible, and you do want that, cannons are always better than snipers. But at the moment, snipers here are stronger in stats, because you can see 1 unit 151, cannons 5 units, so you are expecting 151 5 times 755, yeah, 755. So 755 is more than 627. So snipers actually deal more damage than cannons, but cannons have a wider range. So because, let's go back on upgrading. So I'm now focusing on upgrading my snipers, but you can see I have like 40,000, and in 1 day and 10 hours I can only upgrade 2,000. So let's do 1 day. In 1 day, you can see it will take me a hell of a lot of time to upgrade them all. If you speed the like, if you think about events, when you get points for recruiting, leveling up troops won't give you any points, so it's a waste of speed. And you can see that I could update these 400 in 1 day and get rid of them, and then focus on this. But because I'm developing quite fast as a city level to get to the higher tier troops, for me, at some point, upgrading troops becomes just impossible. So let me switch to another account to show you something. Okay. Yeah, I need to pay some attention here. I definitely don't want to go like this, like troops for, like you can see here, level 6, level 8, level 10. You can see here, level 7 and 9. And you can see here, level 4, 6, 8, and 10. I don't want to get there. It's just messy. It takes time sending troops gathering. It's just not what I want. So this leads me to a very important decision, and of course there are not level 30 monsters in here. So I will, for sure, that's like this is my attack fleet. So when you attack city, you have losses. So let's build a fleet for attacking city. So front row, as we said, one of each. If you lock it, you can be sure that they won't go to 0 when you put higher troops. So one of each, and then one of each. So this is the formation you learned, and then you'd say max of this, max of this. You can see my fleet is quite small because I only have now the officers. Actually, let's do it. The officers are not the ones for increasing fleet size. So let's go back to our monster. So we zero everything. Of course, we zero zombies as well. Okay, so as we were saying, one of each. You need to go up to 2 and then back to 1 in order to lock it. And then here you want max snipers, max cannons. Actually, ideally, you would go just cannons. No snipers, nothing else, but I don't have enough. Okay, so it's one of each. Max snipers, the strongest one, max cannons. You can see I still have space. So when I attack a city, because I know I won't have enough time to upgrade them all, and I want to save these two type of troops, I would just start from the bottom and not the top, and I would kind of sacrifice all of this that I know I will never be able to upgrade, and then fill in with this. By doing this way, I'm sure that I will save my higher troops and I will sacrifice my lower one, but I will not do like this and then no cannons, because these ones will never get upgraded. These ones, yes, they are getting upgraded a small amount at the time, but when I reach 26, I will only upgrade these cannons and I will stop upgrading these, so these will be sacrificed. But that's not all, because as soon as I get to the next level of one of these types, I will never upgrade these, and I will sacrifice them all. I won't keep them for gathering. I will sacrifice them all to save my long-range troops. This is my personal decision, is not what I would recommend if you only care about the number here, your battle power. If you only care about this, then don't sacrifice any troop, which is front line or mid line because they die first. So even if you go on a group attack, you will lose more than your friends because they will sacrifice their lower tier backline, and you will sacrifice your front and middle. But because I actually gain quite a lot of battle power from recruiting and leveling up and officers and titans, I'm not obsessed with this number because this number means nothing. It's just competition, and competition here is money. You can see I'm number 7 and I sacrifice my troops. I don't care. I could easily go up to at least top 3 without, well, it would take me 1 hour probably, just pushing speed on recruiting and upgrading some officers and maybe buying a couple of you can see I have lots of upgrades to do for my titans. I'm definitely not obsessed with this number. What I care about numbers is the ratio between enemy units killed and losses. I'm obsessed about this number. This has to be around 0, which would not. I love defense victory. This is when you send a zombie to a city and of course you lose. I did it twice, so I have this too, but I don't care about this. I don't care about this. I will never get to be top 1 in the nation because it costs a huge amount of money for nothing. But let's go again on troops. As I was saying, I will sacrifice all of this because I'm not interested into having like 3 levels of infantry, 7 levels of tanks. I don't care. I just want the top ones. So because I will not waste my precious upgrading time on those. Let's switch back to the recruiting officers. What I do, because here we do things a bit at a time, I will just go for 12 hours now so that I will have more troops, maybe even 13. No, 12 is enough. So that tonight I will do Mother of Dooms with more of them. If I do 1 day, I will have less troops. So promote. You can see this will take all of my time. So I will never have the time to upgrade mid-range troops. So I'm not interested in that at all. Now, the last thing is, when do you recruit infantry 3? You do it all the time if you have enough army already. You do it, or at least with one of the 2 camps, when snipers are not your best troops. So now at level 22, snipers, as we said, are stronger than cannons, so I do snipers here. But as soon as I go to 26, or as when I was 19, when cannons were the top troops, I used to only do cannons in the factories, and I did during the day infantry 3 and during night snipers, because again I'm not a sniper guy. They are calling me. I'm not a sniper guy, and I much rather having a well-organized army, let's say. So this is my 2 cents about troops. If you have any question, please just send me a message. Thank you.